and the platform has to be large enough to actually support a human being if there was to be one on it.
I see. I tell you. Now, how many competed? Do you know? A lot. Did they come in from all over the world?
All over the world. There were people from Germany, the Netherlands, France, all over the U.S. Yeah, it's a great gathering, probably about 160 entries. And of the sidecars, I think I was probably one of maybe 3 or 4. It's not a hotly contested class all the time. Sometimes people bring out their favorite toys, and you got to run against 4 or 5 of them. But I was the only one in this class this particular time. But I went fast enough for the record, which was really what I was there for.
You have the national and international record?
The motorcycle, or the sidecar here, holds both. I personally only hold the national record.
Okay.
And I'm roughly half a mile an hour behind the world record, so it's very much doable.
Are you going back?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I plan on rebuilding the chassis and taking care of the engine just a little bit, just do maintenance on the engine. But I'll modify it so that I'll be fully enclosed. This big open area in the cockpit will be gone. We found that is a huge air scoop that just beats me to death while I'm going fast. So by encapsulating the rider, I expect it to go several miles an hour faster.
Wow. Of course, you wear seat belts, helmets.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all the safety gear.
They want to know exactly what you're wearing. Your helmets have to pass federal testing and be labeled as such. Your fire suit or leathers, depending on what classes you're running in, your gloves, your boots, everything gets looked at.
Wow. Now, do you race just for a trophy, or is there money involved, or?
There isn't even a trophy. You get a piece of paper. It's called a timing slip, and that is your reward. There are some manufacturers that put up cash prizes. For instance, the fastest sidecar there went a single pass at 178 miles an hour. He got $500 for his efforts. I was 171. I was real close, but not quite.
Wow. Now, do you have sponsors? I mean, these are sponsors, I guess, when it was down in New Zealand, but do you have sponsors yet?
No, I have no sponsors, and I've got friends that come and help me move this thing about and help me work on it. But yeah, when this comes out next year, all his logos and sponsorship will be gone. I made an agreement with them that when I rode it at Bonneville for the first time, it would have all their sponsor logos on it, so that those people could, enjoy the fruits of their participation in this great event. They also had something in the order of 500 people in New Zealand that donated money, just cash, to help them get this project done. So it was really a groundswell of just enthusiast interest that made this whole thing come about.
We need to do that up here. We need to get you some sponsors. I mean,
like that. I would very much like that, because it's not cheap to run this thing, and it's a long drive to Bonneville.
I'll bet.
At gas prices that we have today, it's an expensive effort, but it was very satisfying.
I'll bet it was. Now, but I would imagine that you could continue some of these, like Winds, and if it's got a Suzuki engine in it, maybe Suzuki.
Yeah, I've approached Suzuki quietly, and I haven't been told no yet, so I'll keep asking. Winds was contacted by the prior owners, and they expressed a small amount of interest that I need to pursue a little bit further. I think having a national record to show them as proof that we can do it over here too might help the interest.
Now, I went on the site, and it said that one of the things that had that there's a synthetic oil sponsor, and that the machines had to have that synthetic oil in it is one of the things, but that doesn't happen to your particular class.
Exactly. Yeah, it was kind of a special class-oriented sponsorship, and that was to qualify to get their sponsorship money. You had to run their product, and you had to have their logo on your machine.
That's great. How long you lived in Big Bear?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one.
I've known you for 20 years.
I think I've been here 28 now. Might be 29 this fall, but I'd have to go back and do the math. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, I tell you. You're the ultimate in someone who can do anything you want to do, even with you're not handicapped at all.
Oh, I tell you what, the only place you're ever handicapped is between your ears.
I see. And you still ski, don't you?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, life's got every opportunity, and I'm going to take advantage of every chance I get to have fun.
I know. That is great. Can you get the full shot of him and see that? I mean, that no one's disabled if you don't want to be. I mean, I'm so proud of you when I heard that you really broke that record, you know, and you lived your fullest, really.
Well, I'm blessed with good health, and you know that's a blessing that I think a lot of people take for granted. You know, to have good health, and as long as I feel as good as I do, and I can get the exercise I need, boy, I'm going to keep having fun.
Oh, that's great. Do you teach skiing or not, or?
No, I'll go and help out with lesson, you know, do demonstrations, but I don't have the certification to actually be called an instructor, no.
Do you participate in the adaptive school at Bear Mountain?
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's a great program. Got a lot of friends there, a lot of people that are still there that, you know, they were the ones that picked me up when I was down and put me back on the snow and let me have some more fun. And no, I've got a huge heartfelt relationship with USARK. They're wonderful people.
Oh, that's great. And have you tried snowboarding?
No. I'm a skier. I'm not a kid.
Once a skier, always a skier.
True enough. But through them, I've been exposed